running will make you lose all your gains. I don't know why this keeps getting perpetuated, but it's half true. So I think that's the problem. There's a grain of truth in it. And so because there's a small grain of truth in it, right, then people take this and they extrapolate it to everything. So will running make you lose all your gains? And it's yeah, kind of, maybe. If you were running, say, 100 miles a week, 120 miles a week, yeah, it'll definitely interfere with your strength. You'll see your back squat drop off, and you'll see your deadlift drop off. And, I say this because I've done this. Of course, I was making a trade-off. So I was preparing for buds, and I was running all the time, running and swimming, running and swimming, running and swimming. I was a super endurance athlete, which meant that everything else went by the wayside. What do I need a max back squat for? Do I really need to squat 365? I weighed 150 pounds at the time, maybe 155. I'm squatting 365. Okay. That doesn't help you at buds. Sorry. Deadlifting 405 doesn't help you at buds. Deadlifting 455 still wouldn't help you at buds. So, when I made this commitment that I want to be a Navy SEAL, which I failed at, I trained like an endurance athlete, which meant that my strength dropped. This is not that big of a deal. I went from 100 kilo snatch to an 80 kilo snatch. Yes, that's a big drop, okay, but it's not like having a 100 kilo snatch would have made me a better candidate. But running a sub 5 minute mile would make you a better candidate. So you have to think about things in that regard, that what are you training for? And so does running make you lose all your gains? And it's it is catabolic. It is is there interference effect? Yes, there is. And if you take it to the extreme, where you're doing 120 miles of running and 50 to 60 miles of swimming in a week, that's a lot of volume. And so when you do that, yes, you will lose muscle and you will lose strength. And this is also a time element. You only have so many hours to train. So all that time you're spent running and swimming takes away from the time that you can spend doing strength training. But will running make you lose all your gains? And it's no, I run all the time. But, mostly I do sprint work. So that's something. Most of my runs are, less than 400 meters. And I'll do 3 or 4 repeats of that, right? So I'll do 400 meters, recover fully, run another 400 meters, recover fully, and run another 400 meters, recover fully. And then I go squat. Oh, yeah. Then I go squat. And no, that doesn't impact my squats. It doesn't. So it's less than a mile of running. And if I stop and think about it, in any given week, I'm probably doing somewhere between, 30 to 50 minutes of running in a total week. That's across the whole week. Okay? And that's including the rest times and stuff even. So, I do sprint work. And once in a while I'll go for a 5-minute run. I'll try to hold a hard pace for 5 minutes straight or 6 minutes straight. I don't even bother calculating the distance because what I do is I run down this road and I see how far I can make it in 5 minutes. And I just simply try to beat the distance that I ran before. That's it. I have no idea what the distance even is. I just know that when I hit the apartment complexes, there's a bunch of these electric boxes, and I try to make it to the next one. Or I make it to the next telephone pole. It's pretty simple. Is that going to make you lose all your gains? No. It's 30 minutes, 50 minutes max in a week of running. If anything, though, it definitely improves my my cardiovascular fitness. I don't need as much time between sets. So I would argue that a little bit of running, everything's dosage, a little bit of running might actually give you better gains. A lot of running, yes, it will. I don't know why people debate this back and forth. Oh, running will make you lose all your gains. And it's no. You ever seen a fucking linebacker? Does it look like James Harrison lost his gains? Does it look like Brian Cushing lost all his gains? Come on. So no, you won't lose all your gains from running. Look at all these linebackers, running backs, even wide receivers. Wide receivers today are fucking jacked. So, if you take it to an extreme and you decide you're going to take up running ultra marathons, then yes, it will make you lose gains. But, if you run and you're an athlete and you're like running hard and you're doing sprint work primarily, I don't think so. I don't think that's an issue. It's all a matter of dosage. If you're doing long runs, if you're running for an hour at a time, then yeah, it probably will. But if you're doing sprint work, no. And I don't even think running an 800 meters would be a big issue for you. You could do a longer run it hard, be aggressive, recover fully, treat it like it is supposed to be running fast. Don't do like shit-ass intervals where each time you're getting slower and slower and slower. Treat it like it is speed work. Develop speed, develop power. Do flying 30s. That's going to make you much stronger as well. Sprinting is amazing. You develop a lot of power from sprinting. So, this debate is really, it's quite pedantic. It's myopic. It's silly. It's reductionist. Will running make you lose your gains? Sure, you could run so much that you lose gains. But in general, no. If you just run and you train like an athlete, no, you're not going to lose your gains from it. I don't even know why this gets... There's so many fucking people that talk about this. It drives me nuts. And so that's the whole reason why I did this, is because I saw a whole bunch of posts on Instagram today where people are whining about losing your gains from running. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Running a marathon? Don't do that. God, I want to bang my head against the wall sometimes.